Hi and welcome to the first of many videos that I intend to sort of blow the lid on tuning and Winols. People often ask me for teaching with Winols, but really what you're asking for there is sort of two or three things really. You're asking how to use Winols, and then how to tune cars is not necessarily how to use Winols, and then you're talking about the difference in mechanics and architecture of the actual cars, so it's not just one thing. So here I'm really going to concentrate on using Winols in these guides, because if you can master Winols and the database that it is, and use the theory of how cars software works, with experience and trial and error you'll get there. It's not an overnight thing. Everyone else would be doing it if it was. A lot of people charge for these videos, and I just thought it was time that we got it out there really. So there's going to be quite a lot of people upset with me now. Obviously this is just the beginning, but I intend to put quite a lot of videos through on how to do everything totally free of charge up here. So that's, I think, quite something really. You'll no longer have to pay for a lot of closely guarded secrets or go searching the internet to find dead ends. I'm going to try and show everything I can here. I'm really sorry for my annoying voice. I'm not a typical YouTuber at all. This is a first for me. But I just thought it was time that I showed everything I know. So here we are. Tuning, remapping, whatever you want to call it, from the beginning. Hopefully you've already watched my videos on how to get the files from the car. I put them up on OBD, bench mode, boot mode. The differences in the files, remember OBD usually is only the map data area only, but it can contain more info. I like bench mode because you get full info without opening it, and of course sometimes you just have to open them and do full boot mode. If you've got any questions, I'm happy to help. There's links to the website. Go to the website, you can get in touch directly with me and I'll do anything I can to help, as well as any map pack requests, further one-to-one help, file requests, stage 1, whatever you want, just get in touch. So as I say, here we go. There's people far cleverer than me out there, trust me. I'm a total novice compared to others. I intend to do all the beginner's guides. I'm going to debunk a load of the myths and how to make money with Winols, because at the end of the day we all go to work to make money, and that isn't necessarily tuning. You know, Winols is primarily a massive database, and you need to use it to your advantage. I've seen some files over my years of doing this, from big tuning houses to small tuning houses. They're pretty much all the same. There's no magic. As I say, I'm not the best, but I don't pretend to be, like many people you'll see out there if you've been on the forums and the Facebook groups about going on about how I'm better than you and I'm the best, and oh, that's not how you do it, ha ha, look at this idiot. And I'm sure they'll all say that about me now, to be honest, but there you go. Concentrate on the business and making money and start there. Use the theory and use Winols as a database and put down a tune. I'm using Winols 4 here. I do have Winols 5, but this laptop's on Windows 7, so I have to stick with 4 on this one. My other one's got 5 on it, but for reasons known to me I'm using this one. So it's Winols 4. It is genuine, obviously, but Winols 5 is pretty similar. Anything I show you here will be useful on Winols 5. It's absolutely fine. I say I'm not rehearsing these videos. They're recorded live, they're unedited, so if I make a mistake I'll come back to it, and I'm sorry if it's confusing. So we've seen how to get the files off the cars, the types of files, full read, EEPROM, flash is the part that's usually always got our map data in it, ability of cloning depending on what file you've got. And now we're going to start Winols totally from the beginning. So to use Winols from the beginning, we're going to use VAG. EDC 15. I know everyone's got videos up there doing 15. The reason for that is because it's one of the simplest files out there. And remember, you're trying to learn Winols here. You don't want to get confused about tuning cars just yet. What we want is the simplest file we can find to use Winols and find info in 2D and text and work out how to make our own maps and our own map packs. The logic you need to get is from the start and from the easiest file. So although you think, well, I don't see VAG EDC 15 anymore, I mean these are old, I can't be asked to learn EDC 15. Well, we're not necessarily learning EDC 15, it's about working your way around Winols. You want to run a business, you want to learn Winols, you want to make some money. This is the simplest file to start learning Winols, not necessarily tuning, although the theory and the maths of that is easier too. So the first thing you want to do is load up your Winols, and then you can load in your project. Now I'm going to use, I've got one here, this is off a Seat Toledo 1.9 TDI 2003 150, same as the Golf, Audi A3 of all of that period. So you've got two ways of loading the file in. You can either have your file ready, and as long as it's a bin file and you've set it to open with Winols, you can double click that and load it up that way, or you could also click here and go for a new file, load a new file in, and it's wherever you've saved it on your laptop, and there it is. Alright. Winols will tell you what similarities you've got. I'll ignore them because we want to start from the beginning. So we know this is a Seat Toledo. It's a 1.9 TDI. It's 2003. It's 150, and it's an EDC 15p. Some clever people out there will know all about, oh, I know this one's for this car, and I know all the info. Well, fine, great. This was read by Kess, old one. It's an old file. And there we are. Now I've got it set to load in 2D, which I find the easiest. It's really how you want to be if you're dealing with Winols. You want to be in 2D because this is the power and the beauty of Winols, really. Working in 2D is really the key to Winols and what makes it more powerful than other tools. There's other tools do 2D, but it's the way that Winols does it is far better than anything else. Set up your Winols here with the configuration tool. You can set up how you want it to open. I always set it up like this. This is my choice. It's up to you how you want to work. This is how I work. 16-bit, 2D. Again, you change them here afterwards anyway, but primarily how it opens up. I have my text mode. I put my value colors on maps only in text mode. So if you want to copy what I've done, great. If you want to do your own, great. Whatever you like. And then your projects. Now I've actually got on my other systems, it's all set up in a Dropbox folder so that it can automatically go between computers. That's something you might want to do, is set up a Dropbox account. For this purpose though, at the moment I've just saved it on the hard drive. Okay, so that's how I've set it up. You can choose what colours you want. I've left it as industrial standard. You choose whatever you want, whatever you're happy with. But that's how I've got this set up. So really, as I said, the key to Winols and success is the 2D. And so you learn to recognise shapes of the numbers drawn in a graphical form. It'll allow you to work without Demos, without map pack files on many cars, and that way you'll save money and you'll make more money. It's all about, you'll get out of Winols what you put in. So the more you put in, the easier it becomes, because you have similar files as you saw on mine, matching files, and eventually it just gets easier and simpler, and that's the database that it is. You'll be able to buy one Deimos for 5 or 6 different software files and make your own map packs from that Deimos, and we'll talk about how to do that in another video. And when it comes to tuning, having a dyno helps, but not everyone can afford that. Obviously, I certainly didn't when I started out. So you can drive down the road and log it and see what you're doing. Really, it's okay. It's all right. There's no right and wrong. Well, people will tell you there is. I suppose there is, but it's trial and error. You're all right. Don't worry about it. So the first thing you can see is Winols identifies here and here on our file. If we scroll to them, those are our map areas. Now on EDC 15, sometimes you can have 1, sometimes you can have 2, sometimes you can have 3. It's basically one block is for manual gearboxes, one's for auto gearboxes, and one's for 4-wheel drive. And they're almost a repeat, not necessarily exactly the same, but don't worry about that for now. So as we scroll on through here, you can see the numbers have made nice pretty patterns in graphical form, and this is what you need to start recognizing as time goes on, so that you can see, oh look, I know that does that, I know that does that, and it will really help you in the future to make more money, have more sense from files, and really sort of get on with it. If I go too fast or don't explain very well, you know, I'm sorry. As I say, I'm a bit new to this, and you can always get hold of me through the website. So what do you see? What do you recognise? Well, I can see a lot there. Some of you watching this will know a bit, some will know a lot and be no doubt ridiculing me, but there we are. And some of you will be right at the beginning, which is who this video is for, really. And as I go through here, I can see everything I need pretty much straight away, and you'll get there too if you're not there yet. So this is what it looks like, a raw binary read from this Seat Toledo on Winols with our 2D shapes. So on the next video, I'm going to start picking this apart and seeing what we've got and trying to help you out with that. So hope to see you then. Cheers.